Take an ordinary $600 recliner, bolt in a lifting motor that Medicare itself values at about $300. Now call it a medical device and watch the price climb to $2,000, sometimes $3,000. I promised you last time that I would show you how a recliner becomes a medical device, and today you get the whole trick, because this was the third quote that came to my parents' house. So I did what I always do. I dug into the lift chair business, every brand, every showroom, every promise. We ranked 8 of them today. 5 you need to stop buying, or stop buying the way they want you to. And 3 you can actually trust. And number 1 is not a chair at all. It is a piece of paper, and it puts about $300 back into your pocket instead of into a showroom's sticker price. Stay for that one, because almost nobody uses it. We start with the most profitable sentence in this entire industry. Number 8 is the Medicare Game, and it works because this time the sentence is half true. In my stairlift video, Medicare covered nothing. Here, Medicare really does pay something, and the showrooms have built a palace on that little word, something. Here is the truth plainly. Medicare. Part B covers only the lifting mechanism inside the chair, the motor that tilts you up, and nothing else. Not the recliner, not the fabric, not the heat, not the massage. If you qualify, the reimbursement comes out to roughly $240 to $300. And here is the part they never say out loud. It is the same amount whether the chair costs $400 or $3,000. The benefit is flat. It does not grow with the sticker. And the qualifying is real work. You need severe arthritis of the hip or knee, or a serious neuromuscular condition, a face-to-face exam, a doctor's prescription, a certificate of medical necessity form, and a Medicare-enrolled supplier. But walk into a showroom and the story softens beautifully. One Lazy Boy dealer's website promises that Medicare can cover some or even all of the cost of a powerlift recliner. All of the cost of a chair that can run past $2,000 against a benefit of about $300. And one more line from inside the industry that deserves daylight. Medical supply guides themselves admit that in some cases it is actually cheaper to buy the chair without using Medicare at all, because the suppliers set up to bill Medicare often carry higher stickers to begin with. Sit with that. The paperwork designed to save you money can walk you into the store where you lose more of it. When a flat $300 reimbursement is used to sell a $3,000 chair, the discount is not the product. The discount is the bait. If your family is shopping for any of this, subscribe. My parents got burned 3 times before I started doing this research, and I break down every industry that shows up in a senior's living room, so yours does not have to learn it the expensive way. And stay close, because coming up is the biggest television chair in America, the one with a return policy you need to hear, read out loud before anyone you love calls that number. But first, a name you know from the furniture store, and a lab result that should embarrass its price tag. Number 7, and I will be careful here, because this is a respected company. Lazy Boy makes some of the most loved recliners in America, and their lift chairs are built on that reputation. The problem, as always, is what the reputation costs. Their own dealer pricing runs from about $1,100 for the simplest lift models to $2,500 and beyond for the premium ones, sold through furniture galleries with financing offered at the register. And here is a comparison their own catalog makes for you. An ordinary Lazy Boy power recliner, same company, same build quality, starts at around $900. The lift versions begin above $1,100 and climb past $2,500. So inside one showroom from one brand, you can watch a motor and a word add $1,500 to a chair. And then the testing lab called. Consumer Reports ran lift chairs through their lab this year, and the Lazy Boy Aster Platinum was the most expensive model they tested. It also received low scores for comfort and adjustability. It was the slowest chair to move, and it had the weakest lift assist of the group. To be fair, the lab did find one genuinely clever feature, an enclosed lift mechanism that keeps pets and small children away from the moving parts, and if that matters in your house, it is a real point in their favor. But the most expensive chair in the room ranked at the bottom of the room for comfort, speed, and lifting power, and that is the Heritage Premium in one sentence. By all means, go sit in one. Their showrooms are the best thing about them. Just look at the number on the tag while you are sitting comfortably and ask what the name is charging you for. The name on the side of the chair lifted the price. It did not lift you. But at least Lazy Boy has showrooms where you can sit in the chair. This next one you cannot sit in anywhere, and that is the whole problem. Number 6 is the perfect sleep chair. The biggest television chair in America, advertised all afternoon by Journey Health and Lifestyle, the company formerly known as First Street. The chairs run north of $2,000, ordered by phone. And to be fair, and I always am, plenty of verified buyers report a solid steel frame, on-time delivery, and a chair they like. That is real, and I want it said. But here is what else is documented. There are almost no places to try the chair before buying. Delivery commonly takes a month or two. The parent company carries a long record of complaints filed under problems with product and services, and, this is the sentence I promised you, their own policy allows returns only if the chair arrives broken or defective. Otherwise, sales are considered final. Read that again. A $2,000 chair bought unseen, by phone, that you cannot send back because it does not fit your body or your needs. Buyers describe exactly that, a chair that did not fit, and no way home for the money. Even the praised white glove delivery comes with a documented complaint that stings for this audience in particular, a buyer describing the crew rushing out the door after a minimal introduction to a remote control whose markings are, in their words, very small, especially for an elderly person. The chair is built for seniors. The buying experience is built for the seller. And here is the detail that makes the whole model strange. The testing lab's first advice for this product category is to go sit in several chairs before buying, because lift chairs vary widely in width, height, and weight capacity, and a chair that does not fit. Your body does not do its job. The one product the experts say you must try in person is the one this company sells entirely sight unseen. One verified buyer put the result in a single sentence, writing that they expected a chair costing more than $2,000 to have better workmanship. A chair you cannot try and cannot return is not a purchase. It is a bet, and the house wrote the rules. Now the opposite end of the market, because the trap has two doors. Number 5 is the no-name import, the $300 or $400 chair from a brand you cannot pronounce, with a warranty you cannot find, and a service network that does not exist. When the lab tested a budget model like this, testers called it uncomfortable, hard to adjust, and the most difficult chair to assemble, an experience that involved stuffing bags of filling into the arms by hand. And when the motor in a chair like that fails, and a motor is the one part guaranteed to matter, there is no dealer, no parts line, and no repairman. There is a chair-shaped object in the living room and a phone number that rings nowhere. Now, be careful with this one, because the lesson is not that cheap chairs are bad. Independent testers this year ranked chairs under $400 among their best budget picks. The lesson is that a low price from a real brand with parts and support is a bargain, and a low price from a ghost is a countdown. The difference is never the sticker. It is whether anyone answers the phone in year 3. Which brings us to the tell, and by now, 3 videos in, you can probably recite it with me. Number 4 is any lift chair sold without a printed price, by phone script, or by showroom visit. Because here is what this product actually is. It is a recliner, a piece of furniture, with a lifting motor bolted inside, a motor that Medicare itself values at about $300. Recliners start at a few $100s in any furniture store in America. So when the man on the phone or the rep in the showroom prices that combination like a piece of hospital equipment, the medical part of the price is not the motor. It is the marketing. Price it like furniture because that is what it is. And everything changes the moment somebody simply prints the number. Here are 3 that do. Number 3 is the tested budget market, and it is better than the showrooms want you to know. Independent reviewers who assembled and tested a dozen lift chairs this year put chairs under $400 on their winners list, and solid mid-range models with heat, massage, and even lay-flat positions between $500 and $1,000. The honest trade-offs are real, simpler fabrics, single motors on the cheapest models, and assembly you do yourself in 20 minutes. But the core job, a motor that stands you up safely, is the same job. And while we are here, learn the one piece of vocabulary that saves real money: the positions. A 2-position chair sits and leans back a little, and it is the cheapest. A 3-position adds a deeper recline for napping. An infinite position chair has 2 motors, moves the back and the footrest separately, and lies fully flat for sleeping. And that is the one that costs the most. The showroom will always sell you upward. Buy the positions you will actually use, not the ones on the brochure. One more tip straight from the testing lab. On the cheapest chairs, a single motor moves the back and the footrest together, which means you cannot lie back without your feet coming up, and testers found that genuinely annoying to live with. If you will use the chair every day, the second motor is the one upgrade that earns its money. And if you want a name to start with, the independent tester's budget winner this year was a chair under $400 with heat and massage included, from Canmov, a real brand with real support, which tells you everything about how much room there is between an honest price and a showroom sticker. And if the need is temporary, a recovery, a surgery, a season, medical supply companies rent lift chairs by the week or the month, which is a sentence no showroom has ever said out loud. For a recovery, a tight budget, or a first chair, this floor of the market works, and it is one afternoon of reading reviews away. Number 2 is Pride and Golden, the two serious names in this business. And here is the reveal this whole video has been building toward. These are genuinely good machines. Pride's lift frames are all steel and carry a lifetime warranty. Their mechanisms are regulated as actual medical devices, and Golden builds the chairs the industry measures itself against, including heavy-duty models rated for up to 500 pounds, which matters because a chair that fits and supports the actual person is the entire point of this product. The brands were never the villain. The room you buy them in is the villain. The same Pride or Golden chair has one price in a medical supply showroom where the Medicare story does the selling, and a lower printed price at the big online retailers where the price competes in the open against every other tab in your browser. Buy the respected machine. Just buy it in the room where the price is written down. You are not choosing between chairs, you are choosing between rooms, and one of those rooms works on commission. And now, number 1, the piece of paper. Because the smartest families in this market do the showroom's favorite trick in reverse. Here is the method step by step. First, see a doctor and ask honestly whether a seat lift mechanism is medically necessary. Severe arthritis of the hip or knee is the classic qualifying condition. Second, get the prescription and have the doctor complete the certificate of medical necessity for seat lift mechanisms. Third, buy the chair you actually need at a printed price from a supplier enrolled in Medicare that accepts assignment. And the supplier directory on Medicare's own website lists them by zip code. One detail here that is worth real money. Medicare suppliers come in two kinds: participating suppliers, who accept the approved amount as full payment, and merely enrolled ones, who are allowed to charge up to 15% above it and hand you the difference. The directory marks the participating ones, so choose them, and the ceiling on your price is set by law instead of by a salesman. Then file the claim, and here's the quiet convenience nobody mentions. A supplier that accepts assignment typically bills Medicare for you, so the paperwork on your side is often just the doctor visit and the form. Medicare pays its share of the mechanism, roughly $240 to $300 directly against your cost. Now watch what just happened. A tested printed price chair at $700 minus the mechanism reimbursement lands around $400 and change. The showroom wanted $2,800, and it wanted to wave the word Medicare at you while charging it. Same motor, same lift. The $300 was always yours. The entire game of this industry is convincing you to hand it to the sticker instead. The paperwork takes one doctor visit and one form, and almost nobody does it, because nobody selling a chair earns anything by telling you. 8 entries, 1 lesson, and by now you know it is not a coincidence, it is the business model. The price is never attached to the machine, it is attached to the room where the machine is sold. A printed price is a price. A showroom price is a negotiation you did not know you had entered. If someone you love is starting to fight their own chair to stand up the way my dad was, send them this video before anyone hands them a sticker with the word Medicare near it. That is genuinely why I make these. And drop a comment with the lift chair quote your family got, because these comment sections are quietly becoming the price list this industry never wanted to exist. Subscribe, because next time we are covering adjustable beds, where the exact same bed frame is sold at 3 different prices depending on which word is printed on the box.